Okay, and we are live once again. Welcome back to the Kiwi Burgers podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Logan is not here with us today.
What do you mean? I am literally here.
Oh yeah,
I
in
just
his
have a new
place is his clone.
PFP. I just have a new PFP.
Oh yeah,
I'm literally the same guy. He's literally me.
Yeah, he just turned off his camera this episode.
Yeah, his camera's broken.
Yeah.
My
I
apologies.
thought it would have been funnier is if you were able to turn on your camera and just be like, "Yeah, guys, got a haircut."
No, my room is like a total mess right now.
Have you seen mine?
It's not like bad. The only thing you can see is like the body that's on your bed.
Oh yeah.
A 6-pack of whatever the fuck that is.
An 18-pack actually.
Oh, epic.
I mean, oh god, you just reminded me of how was it the last episode or 2 episodes ago where we were seeing like weird stuff going on in Logan's background, and then it turns out it was just you.
What do you mean? What do you mean him? That's literally Logan.
Yeah, we were waiting to go to the gym, and at the university I go to, it was game day. So, traffic was abysmal, and so I just decided to wait through the episode. But I didn't want to sit and watch a YouTube video like while he was doing that in the other room. So I was just kind of laying down. I didn't know that I was in shot.
You were like a leg.
You were in shot, but usually the background covers up. It's just like when you would move, I would see like an arm just appear within the ether.
Or I think it's usually a foot. But yeah, let's get right into it with our first topic. So as our viewers may know, we enjoy the Dark Tide video game, and an update has finally come out which overhauls its classes.
Not yet. It comes out on...
Yeah, it's coming out. It's coming out, my apologies. It's got like, skill trees, it's got skill trees actually.
Skill trees.
Here, I have my Steam open. I'll go pull up whatever notes they have on it.
Good boy.
So, talent trees deep dive. I'm not going to read all the details for each class. I'm just going to read the opening. Promise is promise. Here is our deep dive blog on talent trees. We figured you might want to enjoy a studious weekend, dissecting each class and getting ready for the launch of patch number 13 on Xbox on October 4th, 2023. Make sure to check out our previous dev blog. Oh, they didn't even give a rundown. It's just, hey, go check out our bullshit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Go subscribe to Warhammer Plus and read all of our books and documents and hidden messages.
Marvel shit. I have been playing a new DLC though, while we wait for David. I got the MechWarrior 5 Dragon's Gambit DLC. It's not too bad, haven't
okay.
I?
So,
okay.
Without, I don't have to dig too deep. Basically, what they're going for is they are expanding the skill trees to do what we all had wanted. So now you can specialize your classes. So, like the example they get for the veteran is now there are going to be 3 separate trees that focus into the sharpshooting aspect, the specialist. So I would assume things like because it seems here there's new types of grenades, new combat abilities. Just generally, they are doing what we wanted, and now every class has subclasses.
About bloody time. My thing is though, it's been like what, a year or 2 since Dark Tide came out. Do you think this will be enough to get more people back into it, or even be able to get new people?
No, it needs an anime.
I don't know if it would get new people, but I think this might get some return players.
Well, every update of any game is gonna bring in like a couple new people, like old people who return to the game, and then maybe a couple new people. But it's not gonna be like, guys, we saved Dark Tide. It's never gonna be like that.
Right, we'll have to have
I think this is gonna get a lot of. It's gonna get return players, and then through word of mouth, people are gonna start recommending the game again.
Oh yeah.
I do think though that they lost pretty much any amount of good faith they could have had when this is what they promised to put into the game back at launch. Like,
Yeah.
they didn't have it ready yet, but they were like, give us like a month or two, we'll get it.
And
We're
they didn't.
almost at a year. November, I think, is when it came out last year.
Yeah, which is the annoying part of it. But we could be optimistic. But yeah, as I was saying, I haven't had a chance to check out the missions yet for Dragon's Gambit, but I tried out the new mech that they bought, which is the longbow. It's essentially, I'll just get a picture
what?
for. I'm talking about MechWarrior 5 now, because I got the DLC for that. Because that came out literally a couple of days ago. Let's see if I can find a good.
I thought the longbow was already in the game.
Nope. It was that. It's already in MechWarrior Online, but it has now been added to MechWarrior 5.
I get it. I confused my dead games.
Yeah.
Huh.
Actually, there was something else about MechWarrior, but I'll get to that in a second. Okay, I can't find a new. Oh no, I'll just use the this picture. Yeah, there's no game picture of it just yet, but it's pretty accurate to this one. As you can see, it is a two-legged mech with barrel missile arms, 2 missiles on its chest, and then the cockpit is just there. I thought the cockpit was that thing on the top of it, but I was proven wrong after a good look at it.
Yeah, that's I don't know if laser designator camera for specifically sighting in those missile pods.
Yeah, it's probably the latter, but it's cosmetic. It has no function in the game. I gave it a try, and it's not too bad. The Archer is still better, in my humble opinion.
What class was this? Heavy?
It's an assault mech.
Ooh.
Yeah. But speaking of MechWarrior, though, did you guys see the teaser? Oh, go on.
I was gonna say, sorry, just now that I know it's an assault mech and that it is in MechWarrior Online, it's slightly upsetting to hear that because assault mech missile boats are just cancerous. Not for going up against them. That's just have counters for your missiles to keep to cover, that kind of thing. But it's the fact that if they're on your team, I have learned the value of having all that armor plating. It's a waste of it's a waste of resources to have an assault mech not up in the front lines.
Well, that's true. But yeah, now speaking of MechWarrior though, did you guys see the teaser trailer for MechWarrior Clans?
No. I don't follow MechWarrior. I don't follow Battletech and MechWarrior at all.
I haven't played it since you bought it.
I don't either. I just can't get into the game.
I would have. I'm gonna be honest. I would have held this subject for when Logan was here.
Oh well, it's too late for that now. Well,
no, it ain't. We can edit this.
Or better yet, I could pop out for a minute. I can drag Hayden back and we can talk Battletech.
I mean, hey, we can have an impromptu guest.
But I think we have other stuff to talk about.
Oh yeah, no, we do. Let's alright, we'll save it for later. You dickheads. Anyways,
hey, I was just saying, it's like,
nah,
gotta be able to talk.
Yeah, no, I was joking. So what's this about the Sycamore Gap?
The Hookamore?
Oh,
The Sycamore Gap. This BBC News article that has been posted.
You're gonna have to update that
on. The Robin Hood tree got cut down by a fucking 16-year-old.
Yeah, iconic tree that's been there for, I think they said it was probably close to 200-300 years old.
Yeah, it's super old.
It's very iconic tree. And it was cut down and, in fact, fell over Hadrian's Wall.
Also, it's in Scotland now.
I thought it was in Scotland originally and fell over.
Also, is it now in England?
The landmark at Sycamore Gap beside Hadrian's Wall in Northumberland was cut down overnight. Northumberland National Park authorities believe the tree known as Robin Hood's tree was deliberately felled. What do you mean believe? I'm sorry, the image here, I will put it in the podcast reference channel if whoever's recording that. You look at that tree and tell me that it wasn't purposefully felled.
Man, beavers are getting precise.
Yeah.
Then the beavers ain't fucking around no more.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
Northumbria police said the teenager had been arrested on suspicion of criminal damage.
Okay, well... I mean, my whole thing is that it's a tree.
Nah, it just fell over. Trees just
Yeah,
do that
okay.
sometimes.
It was
It
going to
reminds
do
me of
that
that story.
anyway. It was going to fall over eventually. I don't really have any
it would fall
opinion.
Maybe it was gonna
eventually.
fall
A few
eventually.
1,000 years from
Yeah.
now, you cynic
Yeah.
bastard.
I'm sorry, but it's just... I've been to Hadrian's Wall before, okay? It was alright. It was a decent place, but the tree, it's a tree.
The point is, it's a beautiful spot of artistic, like, natural beauty. It's fucked that you would just go and cut it down. Just like you're saying, there's not really a big deal in it falling over. There was no reason to cut it down either.
I mean, if you've actually been to Hadrian's Wall and typical English weather, it's pretty dull.
It doesn't,
I'm sorry.
So what? What does that? How does that defend somebody just cutting down an iconic tree?
I don't know. I don't.
It's not like
It's
you
also a
did
matter
to
of-
damage the wall.
it's also a matter
The
of
wall's 3 feet
perspective.
fucking high.
I can't lie. There's just so much else going on in the world right now. I just don't give a fuck. I don't care about this. It was a tree. I liked the movie
It's a
that it was in.
it's a very important tree, though.
Yeah. Can't they just look? It was a pretty clean cut. You could just glue it back on, to be honest.
That's not how that works.
Look at the cut.
Glue it back
It is
on.
clean. It has a clean cut. You glue that on and then just let nature do the rest.
You know what this
It's
reminds
fine.
me of?
Some flex tape. Flex tape will help.
You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the tree in, I think it was where Hurricane Katrina was. There was a tree there that, it was like one singular tree that didn't get torn down during the hurricanes. And like it was historically significant and all that good stuff. And it was burned down by a woman who was trying to smoke meth under it.
Well,
What is it with people and destroying these trees for like seemingly the most gooberish reasons?
Well,
I
the
believe
difference
they
between
call it.
this and the fucking meth head, I doubt she purposefully burned the tree like, yeah, fuck this thing. It was probably just like, well, I want it light. And the entire time her hand was probably on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean. Yeah. I mean, I wonder why the teenager just saw it and was like, you know what? Oh, apparently they've arrested a second man.
He was like,
second man
fuck
has been
this tree in
arrested for the tree.
particular.
Nah, just
They
you know
just
that
hated-
meme, like, you know that meme of that guy leaning in to whisper to George Bush? A second man has been arrested for felling the tree.
A second tree has been felled.
Oh
There
god.
were originally two trees there, but they ripped the roots out of one of them.
Yeah, it's just it's not that it's super important that the tree was lost. It's the idea behind this is just why.
Which was known and loved by millions. I never heard of the tree until now.
Hey, I looked it up. Math actually has a point. The tree could regrow.
See?
What's at the point? Like, it's
Yeah,
cut down.
the idea is a tree can regrow. Yes, that from its stump, it could continue to grow.
Okay, then that's fine.
But how
It's going to take another
much
300
time?
years.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's not like, oh, give it like 10, 20 years, boom, we got a tree back. It's like, no, it's in ancient. Like I said, it was just a naturally beautiful spot. There was no reason to do this. Why do it?
We have advanced technology. Just put some steroids in that sucker and it'll shoot right up. Give it Viagra. Give it some Viagra. That'll help. Get that stump up. You know what I mean? Oh, by the way, I've just googled sycamore tree, and apparently they are. They're described as a weed in New
Jake,
Zealand.
I'm gonna give you the don't go to school tomorrow. Take a trip over the sea. Hop over to Australia for a bit, because by the time you want to return, New Zealand's gonna be underwater thanks to math.
Yeah.
Now, I was just saying, apparently it's not officially a pest plant in New Zealand, but it is described as a weed, so if it was here, it would have been cut down.
Ooh, a weed?
Yeah, apparently
Do
it is
you
a weed.
only have grass in New Zealand? Do you not have trees over there?
No, we got trees, but we've got trees that aren't pests. Yeah, I don't know, I
How is
failed
this tree
biology.
a pest?
I don't know, I'm not going to
It's
look
a
into it, I don't
tree.
care. You know what,
It's not like
you know,
it's not like eating the shit in your garden or like rummaging through your trash.
it's probably something to do with the roots or something, I don't
It's
know.
sitting
But let's just move on, shall we? I feel like there's other things to commentate about.
Speaking of stuff
No,
that
I
needs to
think
be cut
I
down,
think you're the only one who's like, you know what? It's Hadrian's Wall, as the Romans do. I've washed my hands of this.
You know what? Yeah, I'd say that's about right. Yandere Dev, how about that guy?
You have no soul.
I know.
No, there was a topic that I could have brought. Speaking of things being cut down, Chris Chan has a girlfriend now, apparently.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
okay.
what?
Yeah.
While we
so,
get into that, I
How
want a better
old is it?
explanation. What do you mean things that can be cut down?
Yeah, actually, that is a good question, David.
Christine needs to be cut down. Not, like, physically in the streets killed, but, like, someone needs to get that poor woman away from her.
I'm sorry,
You know-
you mean from the grand multidimensional goddess?
That's a bit of heresy, isn't it?
Listen, I don't think anything Christine has done has been within the holy bounds after 2014.
What do you mean
yeah.
within the holy bounds? By what measure?
Let's I don't think we need to get into the whole thing, but okay, so is there any information about this woman? It's not his mum, is it? Is
No,
it his
no.
aunt?
Is
No,
it
it's-
his haunt? Is it her
I
haunt?
don't think there is any information other than they've been seen together.
So,
So it could just be a random
Okay,
stranger.
information on Christian has been very sparse after her release from prison because, you know, she doesn't have a phone anymore.
Yeah.
So she's been seeing like Bigfoot spottings. Like it's every occasion someone goes, "Dude, I saw the legendary Chris Chan. She's
Eesh.
looking like Barbara." She looks legitimately like Barbara. Like there is no
Whoa, you mean there's a family resemblance?
it is
Oh,
like
is
striking.
It is an aunt. It is an aunt,
Yeah,
isn't it?
people tend to look a lot like someone in their family.
I'm sure you don't look exactly like your dad. Like exactly like him.
Dude,
No, that's correct.
Um,
I look nothing like my little brother. So no, I look. It's funny. I look a lot like my sister, but me and her, and my other brother and sister, we look nothing alike. Like my younger siblings are blonde. It's weird. So yeah, he's right about that. It's
dude, I
Family
can
resemblance.
pull up. I won't actually, but I'm saying I have a picture of me and my dad at the same age, identical. I have a picture of me and my grandfather at a different age, identical. It's
So you're the
scary
clone,
How
huh?
much you can look like your family.
I'm just reading the quickie right now. Just curious, claimed other details such as she seemed uncomfortable and kept her head down mostly, and that Chris seemed like he was kind of leading the shopping trip, also close to her at all times. Co-worker asked if they needed help. Chris made sure to step so that he was between my co-worker and the girl, and that the woman paid.
So there was
I don't-
speculation that it was the caseworker that was with Chris, but in some of the images, it is believed that Chris is hugging this woman and like going in for a kiss to this woman. Unless she just totally lost it, it's kind of safe to assume that she's with this woman because this woman's also following her around, paying for her things, all that stuff. And it's not
Yeah,
like
it's a bit-
she's forced to do it, from my understanding.
I don't know. It's just I don't want to make a I don't want to make any judge assumptions here, but what if she's not all there?
Okay, I'm sorry. This is slightly off topic. It's still Christian related, but
God damn it.
I just came across an entire series of art pieces where people made Friday Night Funkin' characters of Christian versus Liquid Chris.
Oh yeah, I've seen this before. It's so funny.
But actually, while on the subject, I do want to know: do you think we'll ever get a meeting of Chris Chan and there's a good picture here. If I can just find where I saved it. Oh, I just go to home. Just fucking quick. Yeah, that'll do. Do you think we'll ever get a meeting between the big four of Lolcows?
Who are 3 of those?
That one on the left is Daniel Larson.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
there's Cyrax, and then the other guy's King Cobra. I'm pretty sure out of all 4 of those, King Cobra's like the most normal, adjusted guy. In that, you know,
Are
he's
you
Not
are
in
you
this-
psychotic?
Not in whatever art piece you just posted.
Okay,
I
so
mean-
this brings me to another topic. I've been doing a deep dive of my own of King Cobra. That man is not adjusted.
Well, he's
By
better
any
off
means.
adjusted than the other 3.
He
That's what I was
does
saying.
whippets.
Well, oh, Nags.
He does whippets. What do
Whippets,
you mean?
nags, same thing.
Yeah, Nags. Yeah, that's what we call them in New Zealand. They're a good time.
So some stories about him.
We do drugs
he,
in this place.
he once. So he had a pet praying mantis. So this is just one of the stories. Stream learned that he had a pet praying mantis.
Nice.
They wanted to see how responsible he would be with pets in general. And during one of the streams, he gave the praying mantis alcohol, and it killed it. And then, so what did he do? He stuck a stick through it and sold it as a wand on Etsy for $400.
Yeah, that's a bargain right there.
Did someone buy it?
Yes. For
Okay, now
$400.
he's winning there. That's
Was that
He
a
hates
win?
organized religion, and the only one he is fine with is the Church of Satan, which is an organized religion.
oh yeah, he's a metalhead, isn't he?
He says he's a musician.
Yeah, no, I've seen him play guitar once or twice. No comment. I don't know. I can't really compare anything. I mean, he's not too bad, but you know. But,
No, I hate to
honestly,
say it. But I hate to say it. He sucks. He kind of
Yeah.
like sucks ass.
I mean, to be fair though, my original point is he's better than Daniel Larson, Cyrax, and Chris Chan. You know, I mean
The
Daniel
only way-
Larson.
Just because he's better adjusted than them does not mean that he is well adjusted.
So
I never said he was well
hold on.
adjusted. I said he was better adjusted. Let me.
The only way that Cobra is more adjusted than Daniel Larson is the fact that he has a house. That is it. That is
Yeah.
it. Daniel Larson, oh my goodness, I would love to see
Daniel
like a fish tank with all 4 of these guys.
Daniel Larson would have freaked out and broken a few walls by like the end of the first day. That guy is insane. I don't know why he's been allowed to roam the streets for so long. He got arrested recently, so that's something. But
Him and the
Okay,
law have
now,
always
for
been
cla-
in conflict.
yeah, no, he's actually been arrested.
Now, we've talked about those 3. Who's the 4th one? Because I have no idea.
Oh, Cyrax. He is a goblin-looking motherfucker who lives with his grandparents. Racist, wannabe rapper, pedophile, wannabe musician, wannabe drift king,
I
abuser.
haven't heard of that guy. What's his name?
Yeah. Cyrax. It's Cyraxx. He lives in Akron, Ohio, or something. He's a really weirdly built person. Like he's got all sorts of physical ailments, to say the least. But he's also just a very bad person. Like he stole his name from like this one guy who took pity on him and signed him to his record label, and then also stole a bunch of songs from him.
I was going to say, Cyrax is also the name of one of the cyborgs from
Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
So-
it is, isn't it? Yeah, that explains it.
So there's another guy named Cypher, except his name is Felix
Cyrax.
Cypher. Oh.
Yes.
Uh,
Would you like me to spell it for you? Let me just type it for you.
No, No, it reminded me of another person, except... Yes, I got it. It reminded me
Okay.
of another person. I guess I got the names mixed up.
I was looking at gifs of Cyrax, and this one's just funny because it just stops perfectly.
Yeah.
No, there's this lolcow named Felix Cypher, and it's a TikTok person who believes they are the
Oh my God.
reincarnation of Adolf Hitler.
Oh, I've heard of that dude.
This is like...
Oh yeah. It's actually
Yeah,
funny
he-
because
Welcome
one of
to our
us-
merry town of Bethlehem.
one of Cyrus's arch enemies, this troll called Music Biz Marty, actually rented an Airbnb not far from him, and Cyrax stormed over and tried to fight him. He got his ass beat, like badly because the guy's all bark, no bite. But afterwards, he went on stream and just said, "Oh yeah, I got my ass beat, but at least I showed up. At least I had heart and other." Actually, no. This is the perfect. I once heard this is like the perfect comment to describe him. He speaks like someone who grew up watching 80s to 90s era WWF. He talks like a professional wrestler cutting a promo, like, "Oh, you may have bet my ass, but I'm gonna hit you harder. I'm gonna come back stronger. You can't stop me." Basically, like how I'm learning to talk, but I digress. And ever since I saw that, I was like, yeah, that is exactly how he speaks. It makes the most sense.
I've never heard of this guy, but this is piquing my interest because I've been learning
Yeah.
a lot about Lolcows recently.
It's a bit of a rabbit hole, that's for sure. I've mostly been following the Daniel Larson stuff lately because he's crazy. Let me give a rundown. He's he's not there mentally. He has a whole crush on Grace Vanderwall, who's like the singer who blew up doing a ukulele song on America's Got Talent or something. I know, I think her music sucks. Mind you, Grace Vanderwall is way younger than Daniel, and Daniel Larson's basically been outed as a nonce, big pedo. He's homeless. I'm pretty sure he's wandering the streets of, I think it's LA. No, I think he's back in Colorado right now. But he was in LA for a while, and then Vegas, New York. He's got trench foot, scabies, terrible teeth, and probably schizophrenia. And he's just a bad person in general. He's attacked people, broken property, said so many racial slurs. It's insane.
I like how you left the racial slurs part for last. Like that was the big.
That was the worst part.
That's his biggest problem.
I'm just listing off the things off the top of my head. I'm not going to write a bloody.
Hey, I
script
didn't
for this.
say that. I didn't say it was your fault. I thought it was funny.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
He killed people. He did drugs. He said the N word.
It is what it is.
Trying to find the worst gif of him I possibly can.
Max, here's a question for you. Who do you think the worst lolcow of all time is? Because not just out of like the ones we've discussed, but like just in general, because there's a whole bunch of lolcows, you know, like Wings of Redemption, Boogie, Genesis,
Well, like when you
May
mean
or
worst
something.
one,
Okay.
do you mean
Yandere
like
Dev
it was
is
like the
getting up
most
there.
morally reprehensible?
Yeah, like just
I
the
don't think,
worst person, just like the most awful lolcow you could, like, who's done like either the worst stuff or just is not good in general, just
Chris Chan.
yeah, you reckon?
I was gonna say I don't think I'd put Boogie as a lolcow because he was never like it was.
No, he's a
his-
lolcow.
He's definitely a
Look,
lolcow.
He because the thing was that there was a time where he was just popular. It wasn't like
Yeah, he was
People
the
are making fun
OG
of him because-
YouTuber.
he was a very popular YouTube
YouTuber.
channel. His content
One of the
people,
first,
like,
even.
I would he like hell. I don't even. If he became a lolcow, it was within like the last like 3-4 years.
Yeah, that's true. He has been on a downward spiral. He's a fence sitter. I think he abused like an ex of his. He invested money into like crypto, and that fell apart. So he's broke.
So the reason he's a lolcow, remember, he was like Gamer of the Year award at one point. But what made him a lolcow is after he got the surgery. Okay, so we gotta remember something. He used to do skits on YouTube. He played
Francis.
a character.
Yeah, I remember Francis.
Yeah,
Francis.
Yeah, he played Francis. But
He did
whenever
like the
he was
angry gamer. It's like how many of those like folding tables that he busted for a bit.
Yeah. People loved those. People were like, yeah, this is a good guy. He's pretty cool. What made him on the downward spiral, though, is whenever he started getting serious about his weight loss surgery, and whenever he eventually went through with the weight loss surgery, he became abusive to his ex, which was a culmination of, like, all the suffering he was going through after the surgery. Because if you know anything about gastric bypass surgery, it is not an easy thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like on a huge downward spiral emotionally. And then
Well, it doesn't help either. Is that I think I can't say anything for certain because I don't know what was going on, behind closed doors beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
But like, as he was going through the actual surgery itself, his wife left him.
Yeah.
Not like up and ghosted and left. Like she decided, like, she stayed with him for the surgery. helped him recover to the point of being able to get home function. But then she left. So it was like, unfortunately, no matter what was going on with them, I think she chose probably the worst time for him. So now it all compounded, and it kind of burst.
And then he got a hold of Twitter, and that was the worst idea ever.
Yeah, he's a nightmare on Twitter. Did you see his box fight against Wings of Redemption? Sorry to cut in there, but did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
It was funny. I like Wings. Wings is cool.
Wings is not cool.
Is he though?
He is not cool.
I was joking, but
Oh man, I love embezzling $30,000 for surgery that I'm not gonna get. Throws a hit.
Look here, listen, listen.
Look here, look, listen, fat. Dex.
Come on, fat. Listen, fat. Come on, fat.
I want a Mike Tyson like game, except with these Lolcows. That'd be so funny.
I can't do it. I can't take this shit no more.
And then the last one.
Nintendo, do it. Remake Punch Out, but with nothing but Lolcows.
Brilliant idea.
And now that I think about it, that would just be a mod for Punch Out. Because honestly, after looking at Daniel Larson, he actually just looks like Glass Joe.
Yeah, no, he is Glass Joe. He is a skeleton.
And we got King Hippo with Boogie.
DS Darkside Phil.
I don't know if we got anybody that fits Darkside Phil. Probably Don Flamenco, because he talks a lot of shit but can't back it up.
Fair enough. I've just found a iceberg of lolcows apparently, so that's fun. Oh wait, have we spoken about Yandere Dev?
Well, yes. However, how about we do this next time?
Yeah.
Oh shit, wait,
Continue the lolcow conversation.
We
we
can't
have
continue
run out
this
of
whole
time.
conversation.
Yeah, Math, take it away.
Okay, well, thanks again for joining us on another episode of the Q Burgers podcast. Max, thank you for filling in for your brother on this day, and hope you guys have a nice... Yeah, Logan, whatever. There's no difference as far as I can tell. They're the same guy. Anyway, where was it going? Oh yeah, YouTube, Q Burgers, Spotify, you know where to find us by now. We've been around for a hot minute, so yeah. This has been the Q Burgers podcast. You guys have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.